Hey guys, Average Joe the Average Geek here, and I have a collectible review for you today. We're going to take a look at the Alien Covenant number 431 pop, the Neomorph and Toddler set. Now this thing is super unique looking. I've never seen another pop that has a little add-on piece like that. So we're going to take a look at this creepy thing right now, and let's have a little talk about it. Alright guys, so we've got the pops out of the box now, and there's some really cool things I like about this piece, and then there's some things that I don't really like about this piece, which saddens me greatly. So let's talk about the things I really enjoy. This piece is really cool looking. Now, this does come from the movie Alien Covenant. Again, I haven't seen this movie yet, which is bad nerd on my part, but that's okay. So I don't really know the story behind this creature. It is known as the Neomorph, which is really cool. It's got a really cool design to it. Those real human hands right now are really cool. Let my camera kind of catch up. There we go. And the tail is really awesome. You know, the spines on the back definitely harken back to the other xenomorphs in the film series, but it has a very human mouth to it and very human hands, so I'm sure that plays into the story somehow. Really nice figure. The white is really cool, you know, and then it's got some of the you know, subtle gray tones here in the back of the skull and underneath to kind of give it a little bit of dimension, so it's not just flat white. So this is a very awesome looking piece. Very cool. Very cool. See the ribs there. Now, it actually looks like these arms would be articulated. They are not. They are static in place, as well as the legs. But that's to be expected. It is a Funko Pop, after all. Definitely a cool-looking piece. Now, one of the things I don't like about this piece is that it really don't want to stand up without kind of leaning back on the tail. You can see it's kind of a little cattywampus there. So it is a little bit, it doesn't really want to stand up very well, which is a pain. You'd think they would have released a base for it, like they do many of their other pops that don't stand up very well. But this one did not have one, so we'll see. I'll have to fiddle with it and see if I can get it to stand up good on the shelf. Which brings me to this little guy. Now this is the quote-unquote toddler figure. Again, really cool design. Great detail for such a tiny pop, and I've never seen anything like this with the pop before, which is pretty awesome. See the mouth there with the teeth, and that kind of gray tone there to kind of give it some dimension. Really cool piece, you know, except for all the branding right there underneath the skull. But what else you gonna do, right? So that's really cool. Now the problem with this one, little guy, is it will not stand up. And I've tried manipulating it, and I've tried kind of holding it together. This little bad boy just isn't going to stand. That really annoys me, because I really wanted them, you know, on display with my other alien figures. Stuff that I got. So, I'll have to fiddle with that. That's a big problem for me. I really wanted it to stand up. It kind of looks like the foot's kind of at a weird angle, so maybe I can fiddle with it and get it to stand up properly. But I shouldn't have to fiddle with it. It should stand up right out of the box. But, you know, what you gonna do, right? See, just won't stand up. Why? Yeah, I'll fiddle with it later. But all in all, this is a really good piece. This is number 431 in the pop line from Alien Covenant. From my Neomorph, or Xenomorph from the other day. This one is right here in the set. So there is the David Daniels, the Xenomorph that we did the other day, the Neomorph with Toddler, and the ORAM with the facehugger on his face. But all in all, I mean, it's a really decent pop. I wish it stood up a little bit better than it does. I wish the Toddler piece stood up at all. That would have been pretty awesome. Because I generally don't keep my pops in the boxes. I like to have them on the shelf on display. Have, you know, well, between me and my wife, we have probably a couple dozen on the shelf over there. But, yeah, all in all, it's a really cool looking piece. Lots of great detail and design. Super creepy. And it will look good with my other alien stuff. So, yeah, what you gonna do? So yeah, guys, that was my little review of the Neomorph and Toddler pack from Funko Pops, from the Alien Covenant film. There's some really great things about this figure, and there's some not so great things about this figure. I really wish they stood up, especially this guy. Now, this guy will stand, little cattywampus leaning back on the tail. This little toddler won't stand up at all. I don't like that. That kind of annoys me. But, you know, it's really cool. Still going to look good on the shelf. I'll figure it out. Let me know what you think about the feast, what your favorite Funko Pop is, and all that kind of stuff. Do you collect them? Do you hate them? Do you prefer the Q-Figs or what have you? Definitely like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. And, yeah, we'll be back with another collectible review soon. Average Joe, the Average Geek. Take it easy.